Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
You can look in the dictionary for a definition of a word. Some dictionaries give you a brief definition, and others could go on in tiny print for a page or two about the different usages of certain words. But when I want to look up the definition of me, I can't find my name in there. So where do I go for that? If I ask people who know me, I'd get lots of different answers. I remember growing up, I was Linda's daughter, or even Ken's little shadow, since I followed him around everywhere. Now I'm known as Scott's wife, David's mom, or even Cynthia's daughter-in-law to longtime residents of our city. I could be defined by things I do, like a choir member, interpreter, percussionist, BSF leader. It really depends on who you ask. In Daniel chapter 1, Daniel and his 3 friends, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, better known as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they'd lost everything that could have identified them. Just at the time of life when our kids get their license, start spreading their wings, get to know who they are apart from their family, an invading army came in and took these boys captive to a far-off place, away from their families, their homeland, their religion, any of their personal ambitions, everything they knew. Can you imagine the 17-year-old version of yourself getting torn away from your family, your nation, your stability, and plopped down in the middle of a foreign country? Can you imagine how bewildering all that must have been to those boys? They found themselves in a huge city of Babylon with multiple temples to foreign gods, an odd language, sights, sounds, smells, all different. And right off the bat, their godly names were changed to ones that honored Babylonian gods. These people stripped these boys of every identifiable feature of their former lives. Anything that identified them as Israelites was taken away. I read also that some scholars think these boys were even castrated, so that no thought of the descendants, not even the reminder of their circumcision, could relate them to their former life. What a different identity the Babylonians tried to create for them. But for Daniel and his 3 friends, their identity wasn't associated with their land, their family, their language, or even their names. It was associated with their God. But that makes me wonder, what is my identity based on? If everything was taken away from me, or from you, if we lost it all, our family, our church, our home, our jobs, and even our own names, where would our identity come from? And even now, with all these things intact, do we identify with God and His Word, or do we depend on other things to connect us with who we think we are?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.